Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to round 2 of SuperGirl versus BlankTag. This last duel was very interesting. I mean, last duel went like back and forth so much towards the end. It looked like SuperGirl had BlankTag down from like the beginning, but his comeback and his totem power was like really surprising. He got the taunt totem so many times when he needed it. It was absurd. I mean, I don't even have words to explain it. It was just extremely crazy. That taunt totem saved him so many times, and it became so useful. But anyways, let's get to the duel. BlankTag, I believe, started out starting with the Blood Mage. Blood Mage is really good. He not only gets spell damage, but he has draw power. He's a pretty good early game for most cards, compared to most cards, because of the draw power when he dies and the spell damage. So in Shamans he does pretty well, pretty decent. And there we have the well-known and incredibly powerful OP taunt totem that BlankTag continued to get even to this day. Whole new duel and he's still getting the taunt totem. First totem. Crazy. And now he's going to end up using the charge hammer. It's good to get the charge hammer out early because now he can start getting its duality down, so then he can actually change his hero power to the 2 damage. But you do lose your very powerful, life-saving taunt totem when this happens, though. So that's a problem. And the only reason it become a problem is because he wouldn't be able to use it to save his life when he needs it. Like when you go, I need a taunt, and you can't use your taunt totem because your hero power has been changed, it gives you problems. Now it looks like SuperGirl's gonna come out with the Death Bite and kill the totem. It's not bad to use Death Bite with the Blood Mage. Not to hit the Blood Mage, but since you have Death Bite, when Death Bite is wasted, or when you use its final turn of it, you actually get to do 1 damage. And here we go again with the magnificent, crazy, out of this world OP taunt totem yet again. I swear. I mean, oh man, BlankTag has to be like hacking this game or something to get the taunt to him so much. It's crazy. But here comes out the Grim Patron. This is going to be really good. Not only does she clear the taunt totem, kill the Blood Mage as well, she also gets another Patron, which is very powerful. She can follow that up with more damage cards, or if BlankTag could get the 1/1 totem, she'll be able to get so much more patrons. BlankTag needs to stop this as early as he can possibly. Grim Patron is not something you want to leave on the board for long. Looks like BlankTag is going to respond with the Twilight Guardian. You can also use the hammer to kill the weaker Grim Patron if he wants to. It's not a bad idea, because then her 2 patrons will not kill the Twilight, which means she'll have to either use the Execute she has, or the Charge, or she might even, oh my god, I didn't even pay attention to what totem he got, but he got the taunt totem again. This is crazy. Like, as if the taunt totem is the only one that exists. It's just, it's crazy how many times BlankTag is getting this taunt totem. Looks like SuperGirl is planning to defender the Grim Patron. Not a bad idea. You do waste the additional buff though, because there's no side monsters next to it. There's no adjacents. She is going to defend her, which will buff Grim Patron. He will live this encounter, and it will give her another patron, which is not bad. But she did lose the other adjacent buff to Defender, because Defender should be able to buff 2 monsters. You'll lose that by wanting to get your other patrons out. Looks like she's going to use the coin. I don't know what she wants the coin for. Is she going to coin for the charge? She is going to coin for the charge. Very strange to coin for a charge. I guess she just wants to buff the Grim Patron to get rid of the Twilight. But the monster could attack that same turn, so you didn't really need the charge pack. But the charge part. But it still makes it. And here comes, I think, the Elemental Destruction. The Elemental Destruction is coming out. This is going to take care of the Grim Patron. And he's gonna bust out 2 Volcanic Drakes off of that. Very good move right there. Very powerful. Clearing the board, bringing out 2 low mana cost monsters, but that does give you a 5 mana lockout next turn, which means BlankTag will only have 3 mana. And looking at his hand, that doesn't give you many choices with 3 mana. You can either just Totem, or he can use the Hex if she brings out something big, or the Feral Spirits, which then he'll get another 2 mana lockout. So there's really not many choices he can do to follow up next turn with only 3 mana. But looking at SuperGirl's hand, there's not really a whole lot she could do. She could do her 4 mana charge to kill one of the Drakes off, but that doesn't leave her with any other things else she could do. It looks like the only choice she really has here is to use her armor and use the Corcoran Elite to kill one of the Volcanic Drakes. And actually, it looks like she's going to do just that. She's going to use the Corcoran Elite to kill one of the Drakes in armor. Pretty much the only play you had that turn to do. Coming back over to BlankTag. BlankTag has, as we said last turn, 3 mana this turn. And as you look at his hand, there's not really much you can do. He could use the draw power, but that gives him 2 mana lockout. He could do the Feral Spirits. No reason to use the Hex because they have no monsters out. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna looks like he's gonna be using the Feral Spirits, and that's gonna give him 2 mana lockout next turn. But at least he'll have 7 mana because the 5 mana lockout will be going away for next turn. And then that's going to leave him. He's not using his weapon yet. Very interesting choice. He might actually is thinking about using the weapon on a monster, and he'll get to keep his taunt totem for saving his life for now until he actually decides to use his weapon. Now the question is, what does SuperGirl do at this point? Looking at her hand, there's not a whole lot she can do. It looks like she might decide to brawl. It looks like she's thinking about it, but you have a Death Bite, and that's not really going to help out too much. You kill one of the wolves, and then you kill another wolf next turn, but that doesn't really do a whole lot. It looks like she is going to be using her brawl. This is good for BlankTag, because now he knows one of the brawls are out of the way, and the Volcanic Drake lives. Crazy. Probably the card she wanted to get rid of the most was the Volcanic Drake, and now she's going to have to armor because there ain't nothing else more she could do. BlankTag now has almost all of his mana back. He's missing 2, of course, but that's not that big of a deal because now he has 7. Looks like BlankTag is also going to use the Ancestral Knowledge to draw 2 cards, give him 2 more lockout, but that's totally fine. He has tons of mana to spare. It's not that big of a deal to have that much of a lockout. He does have the Chill Maul now, and he does have the Ysera, but he can't play Ysera next turn. He could play the Chill Maul though, so we're going to have to just see what he does with that. Looks like SuperGirl at this point is going to have to be using the Death Bite. She's going to probably have to hit that 6 just to get rid of it, which means she is going to be taking 6 more damage. That Volcanic Drake has done a lot of damage to her. It's been out for far too long. She's going to have to armor up as much as she possibly can. There goes the Onyxia into Blank's hand, but he can't use it because of that lockout. And that's totally fine. He can just save it. He summons a totem, and it for once is not the taunt totem. And I believe we're all surprised at that point. He is changing his hero power at this point to the Lightning Bolt. He no longer thinks he needs a taunt totem. He thinks he has this one. BlankTag coming out with the Ancestral Call. This also gets him out a Ysera for very, very cheap. But it also gets out SuperGirl a Lava Giant. And that is going to hurt a lot. Wait, did I say Lava Giant? I meant a Molten Giant. My bad. Looks like lava too, so might as well. But it's a Molten Giant. Looks like SuperGirl is gonna have to kill the Ysera with the Execute. She's going to have to use her Death Bite on the Drake. Then it will do 1 damage to everything, and then she will use the Execute to kill the Ysera. Another Molten Giant's coming out. She does have the mana for it, which is very nice, very handy to get cheaper. A Sea Giant is also coming out. This is also going to include a charge, and then the Execute is going to come out and kill the Ysera. BlankTag is about to take a ton of damage. This is going to hurt a lot. He just took 18 damage. Oh my god. That was crazy. BlankTag does have quite a bit of healing he can use though, and he might be able to come back from this. Let's see if BlankTag can pull off an amazing comeback like he did last time. One of the big problems though is that he no longer has the taunt totem to save his life. He changed it out for the 2 damage lightning. And now he's using the healing wave to heal up. His monster is better between the jousts, and that is going to give him an extra 4. He's going to give him an extra 7 to make him go up to 14 healing. That's a lot of healing. He also saved his Hex, but he has a Chill Maul. It would only probably stop maybe one giant. It won't kill any else, but it does have Taunt. It will stop him from getting hit by one of the 8s. But Hex would do the same exact thing though, and would actually take out a giant. But I'm assuming he wants to use Hex for next turn. Hopefully this works out in his favor. She does only have 6 points though. She's pretty low, but the Outstraza here might make it a lot harder for Blank to win this, because she will go up to 15 if she plays the Outstraza. I think just to be safe, you pretty much have to play the Outstraza here. Looks like she is going to attempt to kill the monsters at this point. It does look pretty bad for one of the giants, because it will kill off a giant, which is nice. And I don't see anything she could really do about that. The worst thing to do right now would be summon Varian, and then kill the Chill Maul afterwards. Chill Maul will die here, it will take a giant with it, and then the Outstraza looks like it is coming out. But this is a big problem for Blank, because he's about to take 18 yet again. That is really going to hurt. That's going to leave him with 5 points. And BlankTag draws a Malygos, and it does not look like there's a whole lot he could do here. He can Hex 2 giants, and then he can use Healing Wave to go up. But he does not have tons he can do to follow up afterwards. The Healing Wave is going to be coming out, and he is going to get another extra 7 heal to it, bringing him back up to, with 14 points. That's crazy. And then he has 2 Hex. He's going to Hex, looks like the Outstraza, and he's probably going to Hex the 10 mana Sea Giant. But the question is, what do you do after this? There's nothing much he can do after this. He's going to take the 8 again, regardless, leaving him at 11. And then I think Varian is going to be coming out at this moment. It is great. He has not much he can do about it. Varian is going to be coming out. She gets to draw 3 cards. If there's any monsters, they are special to the field. She got a Defender, not that good. She got a Toshli, pretty nice. And then she got another Bouncing Blade. Oh, man. I think this is where SuperGirl ends up making her comeback in this game. And this looks, and that looks like it's going to be game, folks. BlankTag did not draw what he needed. There's nothing really he could do about the situation. SuperGirl has won this match. That will tie it up 1-1. SuperGirl has 1 win. BlankTag has 1 win. This is going to be going into a match 3, folks. I cannot wait for match 3. This is crazy. These duels back and forth are just very, very insane. But that's going to be it for round 2. SuperGirl is going to be walking away with this win, and this is going to be making us go into a round 3. And whoever wins round 3 wins this all together. I'm excited to see how that goes. I think it's going to be great. And BlankTag is going to be conceding here. And that'll be it for round 2. Stay tuned for round 3. That'll be coming to you guys real soon.